Hey everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and this is What the Scrap Is This? Well, this little teeny tiny journal was made from the scraps on my desk. So I thought I would take you along for the ride, and we just make a few things from scraps that are hanging around, and easy projects that anybody can do. You don't need a lot of fancy equipment. There's ways around this, and I'll show you that. So let's use up what we got and go from here. So let me give you a little tour of this little baby prototype. And there's something so charming and so innocent about little teeny tiny journals. And let me get the official measurement on this one. This was like, I would say 3 by 3. It's just a little 3 by 3 guy. So cute. And let's see, I put a little sari silk ribbon on her outside and did a little eyelet closure. I just played. I was just having fun with what I had hanging around. I did some layering with some avocado dyed papers and a little bunny ticket and some flat back rose colored pearls. I just wanted a small word, so I found the word lazy, and I thought kind of, like lazy, just relaxing a little. But wait a minute, that's not a bunny. I just realized that. It's a deer. It's a deer. Okay, well, aren't you deer? Sorry for calling you a bunny. You've just got really long ears, Mr. Deer. Okay, that's why we wear our glasses when we craft. So let me give you a tour. She has a little exposed spine on the back. And this was some paper that I was off stamping with on some book pages from a previous crafting episode. You might recognize a couple of these pieces. This material, that stamping from recent videos I've done, just because that's what's not literally on my desk. And her signatures, I just tied I had some broken jewelry, and I thought it might be fun to dangle from the broken jewelry at the end. I put a little sari silk to reinforce the spine, because never sure about a paper spine. And let's look inside just real quick. It's just, I had some field guide pages that I just had some nice little images on them. So I put those on the insides just for fun, and the sari silk. And the rest is just cut off ends of paper that I had from making a recent journal. And I thought, well, let me put it to good use. What can we do? So I put a couple signatures in here. And this spine is about 1 inch wide. So you'd be surprised. You can get quite a few papers into a spine. So there were 14 individual full sheets that went in each signature. So 14, oh, can't multiply. Hang on. And a back. So we have 112 pages front and back. Because I multiplied 14 times 4 for the one signature, gives me how many front and back pages, and then times 2 because there's 2 signatures, which gives me 112. Hoping my math is right. Feel free to double check. I often make mathematical errors, and I'm fine with that. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, so let's make one of these little guys, or something similar to it, because it depends on what scraps we have available at the moment and what we have left over on the desk. So let's just see what we got. I'm going to move you over to, this is pretty mat. This is the pretty black mat, all clean and ungluey as of yet. Now I'm going to slide over to working mat, also known as ugly mat, also known as where all the action happens. Okay, here we go. So let me make sure we got lots of light. Okay, got light. Move that, and off we go. So I don't know what we have, but I do have more book pages that were sitting around. I have this. I have some offcuts from recent journals. Let me back up just a little bit so you can see a little bit more. Okay, but this will be the working zone. And okay, so what I did was I used a scrap of Manila, and oh, I just grabbed that. Oh, that's kind of pretty though. Okay, we're not using Manila this time. But I would like to show you the Manila. Let me hang on to that. Okay, I'm stealing scraps from the scrap box, but they're all scraps, right? So it's okay. Yeah. All right. So what the scrap is this? Okay, here we go. I found some Manila. Okay, so I started off with something like this. And this was a big Manila envelope, a tall one this way. I guess it is 9.5. But I thought, let me just work with what I have here, okay? And see, it runs out. Oh, you're too far away. Come closer. I have that. So I want to square everything off. So let me square it all off, because it's just easier when you're all square, right? So let's just do that. I'm going to use my, where is it? The crafting knife. Okay. Okay, and what? Something stuck on there. Piece of metal. Okay, we'll go away. It's a magnetic ruler, so it holds on to things quite well. Okay, keep it very still. Oh, you probably want to use the other side so it doesn't run around because it's got grip rubber on this particular one. And now we have a uniform thing. Now, all on its own, it's probably thick enough, but if you get the super flimsies from Dollar Tree, you may want to do this step. And I did this step, so I'm going to show you this step. Oh, and I'm also attempting to use up what I have, which is a lot of tape, which I never use. So we're going to see if tape works better here. And I've discovered that, yes, tape works better on sturdier things that are not going to be easily porous and fall apart. Like if you tried to tape an old book page, it's just going to take the print off and roll back. So if you got a sturdier something, tape the sturdier something. Yeah, okay, so now we have that. Now we're folding. Look at us. We just folded that. And now we have enough to make a cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find middle. Oh, hello. Hang on. Okay, now we have this, and how wide is this? Oh, yeah, now I thought I handled that little problem. Hang on. And we're back. Okay. All right, so let's just make sure we're all nice and square. Let's go on the 5 line. See, that looks pretty good. All right, let's try and find the middle. Let's grab a pencil. Pencil's very handy here. And so 5, so we're a little bit over this way. So let's try this one. We're going to pretend this is our middle. We're going to see if we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 and not a bit. So that means you have to come back this way. Okay, so let's try that now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a little bit. So you got to come back just a smidge that way. And that's going to be pretty close to middle. Might not be exact, but that's okay. We can fix it later. And I'm just going to, bone folder is so handy here. I'm just going to draw a line where middle is. I'm not going to actually make the crease there. Well, I made the crease there. Who am I kidding? But I'm not going to fold there because I want to go equidistant on either side to make the spine. So let's say we're going to do a 1-inch spine. That would be putting it to that dot and that dot, which you can't see anymore, but I still know kind of where it is because I wore it off trying to clean this mat with acetone. Didn't work, by the way. Well, it does work. It just takes all the dots off, and I need my dots. I need my dots. Okay, that's pretty good. There's one. Now let's say that dot's missing. You can line up. You can line up 2 dots down here, and that will also give you a straight line on this thing. There we go. Okay, so now I have my two main folds, bots. Okay, so now I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold on those lines. I'm going to line it up so it's nice and square. I take my bone folder and fold along that crease. And what we're doing is we're training the paper. This is Manila, so it's a little tougher than regular, just like if it was just a regular piece of copy paper or something, but it will exhaust over time and tear, and the little paper fibers will pull apart from each other and the spine will get weaker. But if you want to be, this is just a little tiny journal, so it's not going to probably have a lot of work. So you should have something like this that looks like that on the back, where you have that little ridge, which is kind of nice for a spine thing going on. And that seems to work really well. I think we're a little wider than the original one, but it doesn't matter because it's all scraps and it's okay. So yeah, we're a little wider, but that's all right. We'll just roll with it. And now we're going to use our tape and try and decorate this. So this is my sturdy thing. So whatever I'm going to stick to this, I should be able to put tape on this pretty easily. I'm trying to go close to the edges so I get the edges, because that's always handy to have the edges glued. And I got a fuzz. Look at that. So here I'm trying to learn how to enjoy using the tape. Maybe I'll rediscover tape. So far, the tape experience is not bad on the Manila folder. I can say it's highly successful. I guess it would be like making cards, I'd imagine. But all the folks out there that make cards, feel free to toss in tips of advice, because I was never a really big card maker. I did make some, yes, but so I don't know the tips and tricks with tape, but I'm learning. Okay, so I thought maybe this one, instead of doing regular, we could just do this one again, and I could do that. But I thought I might do a patchwork. I might do a little patchwork of leftover pieces that I have, because this is what the scrap is this, right? So let me, here, is it working? Maybe I need to, as if these were sewn, but they're not. we don't want them to stick up, because we can always go in there and fix it. Okay. Let's put the torn edge up. And tape is very committal. Like when you put it down, you're pretty much committing to where it went. Like there's not really a lot of, hey, I don't want it there. No, it's pretty much going there. So you just got to be like, all right, that's going there. And if I didn't like where that went, I'm either going to tear it or I'm going to cover it. The grand options in the crafting world. Hide it, cover it, remove it, that kind of stuff. Okay, let's just put that there. I'm leaving a little hangover so I can do some fold around just to make it easy. And I guess I could have inked those two. That would look cute, but didn't think of it till now. So here we are. But just using the scraps that we have on. These are actually some of the scraps from the one I just made. So doubly using scraps. Or you can use new paper too. That's fine. You know, just when you're making these little journals, you do have the opportunity to use up stuff that you might not otherwise use up. Okay, let me just put this here. A little off center. I think looks kind of cutie boo. Like that. Okay. Now this going over the spine is probably going to tear because it's just paper on paper, but I'm not getting all wigged out. No wig in here. I am just going to roll with it, and I'll show you how we'll reinforce it. Torn side. Okay. And maybe one more. Different color. What are you? You're kind of cute. Paris. No, maybe we'll do something else. Oh, now I'm confused. What color? I don't know what color to put. I'll put this. When you don't know what to do, you just do it. Okay, there, I did it. All right. I have no idea what I have now. All right, so we have this. So let me maybe just go along and lost my scissors. I don't need it that long. I probably don't need it quite that long. Just taking off the excess. I have a good, as much like a half an inch to an inch is ideal. I'm a little lean here. If I'm feeling uncertain, like oh geez, I don't have enough there. Well, what can you do? You can glue on a little extra piece or tape on a little extra piece. So let's just do that. All right, let's put that there, and maybe we're going to do that. Now it's long enough. That's right. There's no fussing here. Let's say we don't want to fuss with the scissors. Just come along and we tear it with the ruler. There we go. Okay. All right. So now we have this. So now I'm going to see if I can do this with tape. I was successful before. I will attempt to do the same. In the corners, instead of using Fabrifix, which I always use, especially on heavier journals, this one is just a little light guy. So maybe the Crafter's Art Tech permanent tape, which I found in my drawer when I cleaned my tape drawer, will now handle the job of this. Now just remember, when you're using tape, where you put it first is where it's going to live. And it's very hard to remove after. So you kind of get a one-shot deal at it. So just make sure you really, really like that spot when you're doing your fold. Okay, let me see if I can you see? All right, I'm taping the manila folder as opposed to the other stuff because I think the other stuff will have more of a propensity to tear. So to keep things all nice and square and neat, and since I only have one shot at this, you could fold up and in, which is fine, or you can fold over and down, which is also fine, and it gives you a nice crisp edge. Okay, like that. You can even do it on the big sides. We do, and how we do. Okay. Now we have that. We have a cute little thing. Now let's train our papers and see who's not behaving. Okay, because we're gonna have like these guys. Okay, so let's deal with that. All right, so here we go. Now you at least have to fold the right way. Okay. Now we're gonna train our spine. And we're gonna train our spine. Okay, there might be a little tape issues, but we're gonna cover the inside. So if it pulls a little bit of the manila or the paper off, it's okay. All right. So now we have like this. Okay, now it's gonna be hard to get tape in there. I might have to divert to glue. I might. Okay, it happens. This is a smaller portal to squeeze out of, so I'm going to use the Fabrifix in there. Yeah, I'm not going to fuss with it. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, I can only use tape. No, because sometimes glue just comes in handy. You know what I mean? It's just there's a place for everything, time and a place and a season, right? Okay, feel free to sing. I can't think of the tune right now. Every season, something like that. I can't get it. It's gone. It's lost on me. Oh, well. So today's not a singing day. I don't know. Some days are singers and some days are just, yappers. This might be a yapper. Well, no. Well, you never know. We'll see what happens with time. And you're like, oh, please skip the singing. We're fine without it. Just craft. Just craft, woman. Just craft. Okay. Okay, I got a little lifter-upper there. And there are other ways to deal with those too, you know. So let's just see how far we get. All right, go down. Let's like make sure our spine is working nice and soft. Nice and soft. We want it well worked in. Okay, there we go. And let's just go ahead and ink the edges because I just think that's going to happen anyway. So why not just do it, right? Why not? What? Where's my inker? Where's my dauber? I didn't go far. I only inked here. Here it is. Okay, I think I'm going to use walnut stain just because I have this, and you can also use shoe polish or makeup or something like that. Use whatever you have. It all works. Especially I want to talk to those of you who are kind of what I call the fence sitters, like they're starting to gather stuff, but they haven't quite made the first journal. This is a very easy, well, of course you're not going to have scraps if you haven't made your first journal. Well, that one makes sense, right? But this is a easy, like, you know, the world isn't going to fall apart because you made a baby journal. Okay, so this might be like a fun way to start. You're getting your little feet wet. And then you're going to realize that anything you're doing here, you can just make on a bigger scale. You may need to have stronger covers or stronger spine, but you'll kind of figure that out as you go. Like, oh, I get this now. It's just basically this and that and this and that. And off we're running. And then we're decorating and having fun and putting cool papers in. All right, so let's line our insides. And let's see. Anything interesting? Okay, so maybe this time I can put the paper on the inside. Okay, that was the book page. That might look very nice. I think I would like that. Yes. Yes. Does it seem dark here, or is it just me? I don't know. I've got like 17 lights on. It seems dark. Come over here and yield more light. You light, you. Okay, let me rearrange this one a little bit more light. Is that better? Worse? Same? I don't know. Okay. All right. So the easiest way for me to do this is to come here and place this where I want it to live. Okay. I think I have 2 pages here, so this will double, do ya? And then I line this where I want it to be. And as opposed to measuring, I'm just going to tear. Okay. Now, magically, I have 2 that are the same size. Now they don't cover the spine, but we'll deal with the spine in a second. And now there's some nice blues in here. Maybe we should do some blue. You know, you gotta like spread the wealth here a little bit. Okay, we're going with blue. All right, today we are using broken china. All right, so let's just, now we only need to do around, and this inking is not, this is not mandatory. This is just for fun. You're using up your scraps and you're playing and you want to use your stuff. It's a great way to use it. Okay, so I'm just going to do 3-siders because the middle will be covered. You want to just do a quick glance at your book pages to make sure there's nothing that you would not want on there. I do my best to check. I'm sure sometimes I miss something. But yeah, it's nice to check because, you know, it depends if you're giving it to a kid or, you know, to somebody that you would think would not appreciate something. Okay, so let's get our tape out now. Taping this book page will be a disaster. Here, I'll show you an example. Here's the disaster known as taping the book page. Okay, this is me taping. Yep, see how it tore? I have a hole and it has torn the paper. So we're not going to tape on here. That's why we don't tape on here on old book pages. We tape on what it's going to stick on. Yes, that's called plan B. We tape along here. Along here, not right to the edge, but kind of close. Okay. Am I done already? Is that it? Huh. Look at that. I made it through one. That counts. Oh yeah, you can tell because that roll is empty and now I guess that looks full. So look at me. I made it through one. Yay. Let's go to this one because I had this one out next. Okay, or out with it. All right. This is from Amazon. And I have these in my my Amazon shop if you're interested. Or if you'd rather use glue, you can use glue. It's a-okay. Okay, just put some more tape there. Okay, so now let's put the first one down. Don't get pre-stuck. Oops, you can't see a thing. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Ready? Now, one-shot deal. Hoping for center. Hoping for center. And we're done. All right, so that's where it's going to live. And that's not going anywhere. It feels pretty strong with the tape, I have to admit. And this Amazon tape, when I actually put it on the stuff that's not easily tearing, works pretty good, to admit. Look at that. It just goes down nice. No fussing, no mussing. I don't know if you can cross the tape, but I did. I'm just feeling bold. Yes. Okay. Now let's put the next one down. Alrighty, and there we go. And you can use a piece of paper to reinforce the spine, or you can use a fabric. So this is so small, I would say a paper would be fine, especially if you're going to put a little piece of ribbon or something on the back. One piece of fabric will hold the darn thing together. But I think this one I might put just this little thing. It just happens to be here, and it's in my bag. Oh, can't see anything. My bag-o scraps, just sitting here with my fabric scraps. So we're going to use what's on the desk. And boy, if you just use what's on your desk, you could scrap to kingdom come, or at least I could. Once you start making journals, you have a lot of scraps. I have 2 big scrap bags in the garage that I'm not admitting to. I haven't told my husband. Shh, shh. He'd be like, it's a fire hazard. I know. I don't want to think. I can't throw them out. I might use them. There's very perfectly good scraps in there that could be turned into little things like this, and I need to do it. Who else is going to do it? Maybe you guys. All right, so here we go. We're just reinforcing spine. We're using the tape, seeing how that goes. Okay, not so bad. Now, I'm not going to do here. I guess I could run. I don't know. Can I run it on here? Does it glue paper and fabric? Probably. Let's try it. Let's try it. Who knows how far? Maybe this is going to be the new love. Tape. Tape's expensive. That's probably another reason why I don't use it so much. I mean, I think it's even more expensive than glue because these things run out like in 2 seconds. You know, you're like, no tape. Okay, so we have that and we're golden. Now let's decorate the front of the cover. Is everybody, like, I don't mind a little ruffle up because I think it's nice texture. But if you're uncomfortable about that at all, just come along with your little glue, and you could use regular glue, white glue, anything there will tack that down. And sometimes we get a little burble on top, you know, you can do the rubby thing, and then it just rolls off, which is kind of nice with the Fabrifix. Okay, so now we got to do something on the front. Let's see what I have. Okay, in my vicinity, I had these, which I did use the other day, and I could put a big butterfly on the front, which will look awesome, and I love that idea. I also have this beautiful, this is an inside book cover, an old book cover. It's not a book cover. It's a page, like one of the first 2 pages of a book. You know, that page. I love it. It's thicker. It's really pretty. Maybe use that inside somewhere. I don't know. But then I've been chiseling on this, and I love Beatrix Potter. And I've got some really pretty images that I want to use. And the mousies. How about the mousies? I think it's the day of the mousies. What are you something? Oh, okay. Let me bring you down. Okay. Oh, that's like a little porcupine? Possum? Not sure. And there she is, Beatrix. Okay, so I think, that's pretty too. Look at that's nice. Oh, now I'm lost. I don't know what to do. All right. Well, I think the mice have a role here because they're so cute. This one is nice, but it's a little big. So I think I'm going to go with mice. Let me back you up. Okay, I'm just going to, wow, I don't want to cut that. Oh, I'm going to tear it. And even the flowers are pretty. I mean, look at that. That's nice. B had it going. You know what I mean? She just had it going. Her and Edith Holden. I mean, they just like know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, totally. Okay. Like such a Goomba. It's kind of a sort of a plasticky paper because it's a book cover. Now it doesn't want to tear. Why? I could tear it before. Why can't I tear it now? Why? Okay. Okay, we have to get it started. Okay, you have to tear it backwards. That's the trick. The paper is on the back. Plastic is on the front. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, you need to be a little smaller. Paper is on the back, so it tears from the back. Plastic just goes along for the ride. It has no choice. Okay, and we're tearing. And we're tearing. And we're tearing. All right, there. Now that looks cute just as that, right? Like who would argue? Nobody, right? But let's amp it up a little bit. Let's have a little fun. Let's do something. We want to layer it on some butterfly paper. That would be pretty. It's kind of cute, huh? Or we could even have this and then layer over some, no, that's too much. Okay. We could even put it on something completely different, like grid paper, which makes it look like we're going to dissect the mouse. I don't want to do that. No. Okay, or we could take a piece of fabric and put it underneath. Let's see what we got. I'm going ruffling. I have this fabric that's pretty, but maybe that it does pop. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. How about this fabric? This one. Here. These are the big decisions in craft. Oh, I do like this fabric. Okay, that's very pretty. Would you like it to look nice nestled on there? You could. I would. That might do something. Okay. I think we're going to have to maybe... we could put you on an angle too. That would look cute. And just, we could have that fold over and fold over. That would be kind of cute. I would like torn edges. I don't know if I can tear this. This is really like strong, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't know. That's awfully complicated. Let's try something else. We may go into video number 2. It's possible. Look for around the 33-minute mark. There may be something else going on, like another video. Part 2 of this. Okay. That's kind of cute. Kind of pretty with the theme. Oh, we have some leftover sari silk. That might come in handy. What else do we have? We have some white thread. Okay, white lace. We have that. What else we got in here? Let's use up our scraps. What do we got? We got in here. All right. Oh, we have more of this stuff. Oh, I could just nestle you right on the... What do you think of that? We need some kind of contrast. So we need contrast. Where's our contrast? Maybe I need to like really put you close and then layer you like that. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I think what we're first going to do, we're going to ink around the edges of this so it will pop. So I'm going to go back to the walnut stain. We're just going to pop you on here. See how you look. Oh, see, you already stand out very nicely. So I think we just need a little something. We don't need a lot of something. We just need a little something. And maybe it's just like a little corner of that. But then you need something. Let's see if I can ink you and make you have something. So you have some distinction. I don't know where this is going to all end up. No one ever knows in the scrap of it all what's going to happen. But there's no, hey, it's scraps. So if we totally muck it up, it's okay. That's kind of cute. All right, we could do it a little cockeyed. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be center. That's kind of cute too. Could do that. Yeah, okay, let's try that. All right, now I don't know if tape is going to work here, but we're going to try. Where's my tape? Who moved my tape? There it is. This thing hides. It's see-through, so it becomes invisible. So I don't know if this stuff holds fabric. Probably not. But this is just a little piece. Do you think you could at least do that for me? Just if you're not, just let me know, and I'll come in with the big guns, and I'll slap you down. And there. Okay, let's see how this goes. It feels pretty sticky. All right, so let's just. How are we going to do it now? Okay, let's just do that. Okay, and it's down. We got one little edge that's not quite so down. Some more. And now you're down, sort of. Okay, that's all right. A little peely uppies are all right. All right. Oh, that looks kind of cute. Yeah, that's cute. All right. So let's do that. See, sometimes you don't know until you start playing with the stuff. You got to play with it and try this on, try that on. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. All right, so let's try that. Okay. There. All right, so we have that. We have ruffles. It's getting all like the little fray and the dirt showing it, making it show a little bit more. And if I was all organized and happy pants, I would have my clear gesso at the ready. Let's see if I can open it. Oh yeah, okay. Now this is something that you would want to put some Vaseline around, like petroleum jelly, so it doesn't get stuck. And then you gingerly stick your finger in here. You just rub it over the top if you want to knock back the shine. This is not necessary, but this will just knock back the shine. Okay. And it will also seal it. So there you go. You get a 2-for-1 special with the clear gesso. All right, we'll put that there for easy access. So we're just letting that air dry a second. And maybe we want to put a, oh, I had a little something. Yeah, we have this little guy. I want to do something with him, like, or maybe here, because he's going to show up more against the brown paper. But maybe he needs some brown edging. Whoops. Let's just give him a little brown edging. You can ink material. That's right. You know why? Because there are no rules when it comes to making junk journals. You can just do whatever you feel like. And nobody can come along. Well, they can. They can come along and say, excuse me, you're doing that all wrong. That's not how we do it in the industry. But it doesn't matter because there's no There's no like court. There's no committee that's going to have a word with you. You know what I mean? There's just you and your stuff. Okay, I'm going to try and tape this too. Now, this may be silliness of all sillinesses. Back up a little bit so you can see. Okay, now, I am taping this little thing. Let's see if this works. This is a big, grand experiment. Okay, feels pretty sticky. Little angle, little angle. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have animals, and we have print, and we have stamp, and we could put a word. Let's find a word. Word. Okay, I'm going into my, what should I do? Maybe I could steal a word off of here. I would really love to do Once Upon a Time. Wouldn't that be awesome? It's going to take some tearing, but I can get it. Tearing from the back so I can get it out. Let me just get this whole phrase out first, because I might want to use some of it for something else. But yeah, you can use book covers for stuff too. There's gold in here, their book covers. Okay, closer. All right, so I'm tearing from the back. I'm going for Once Upon a Time, so I may have to sacrifice a little bit of the underline, but that's okay. And take a little more than you need, just in case, just in case. Okay, yeah, all right. You can always come here and trim that up a little bit. You just want to get rid of those thingies. They're not too bad, but I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to ink it so it pops a little more. And let's see. Ooh, what did I do? I used blue, so maybe I should use blue. Okay, well, we have blue here, so let's just use blue. Okay, I don't know. I was thinking maybe pink might be better, but I did have blue on the inside, so I want to kind of make a little connectedness. But like I said, there's no rules, so you really don't have to do that. Oh, wait, I got to get rid of some words here. I've got excess wordage. Okay, Once Upon a Time. There we go. Okay, maybe do this straight. Okay, so some things cockeyed and some things straight. I think that looks really cool. Okay, where are you, tape? Let's see what you can do with this. This will be interesting. I'm going to chase this thread around for an hour and a half. Okay, I'm probably getting ready to roll over to the next one. So I would imagine in the next one, part 2, I'm going to put in the, got to do this the right way. And for some reason, you have to do it where the direction where the cap is. And that makes to me no sense, because it's just sort of in your way. Why would they design it like that? Amazon, somebody put it on the other side of the cap. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, we have that. Very cute, right? Okay, so now, it's going to look like this on the front, very innocent. And I would like to reinforce this with something, a little something. Okay, now we're back to, could I use this? I might like to use this for the tie. That would be cute. But you can also use sari silk. If you open it up, there's actually quite a bit of it in there. So you can come along and use it as spine reinforcement. But the whole thing with spine reinforcement is you have to cross the 2 spine lines. If you don't cross the 2 spine lines, like just sticking a piece down here is not going to reinforce your spine. It has to cross. So let me see if we're wide enough. That's a little... Okay, so let's say it's not wide enough. What do you do? And like, how do you still work with it? Okay, so this is what you do. You cut 2 pieces.